Imagine a mosaic. It's intricate and beautiful, each tile meticulously placed to form a grand image. This mosaic is not just art, it is a symbol of a civilization, a testament to its culture, its achievements, and its legacy. This mosaic represents the Byzantine Empire, a realm of shimmering gold and ancient wisdom. For over 1,000 years, the Byzantine Empire stood as a beacon of art, culture, and power. Its capital, Constantinople, was a city of immense wealth and strategic importance, a jewel of the ancient world. Now picture a powerful fist clenching around the mosaic, its shadow slowly engulfing the brilliance. This shadow represents the encroaching threat, a force that would challenge the very existence of the Byzantine Empire. This is the Ottoman Empire, a force of nature about to reshape the world. Emerging from the steppes of Central Asia, the Ottomans were a formidable power, driven by ambition and a desire for expansion. In the 15th century, these two worlds collided. The Ottomans, under the leadership of Sultan Mehmed II, set their sights on Constantinople, the heart of the Byzantine Empire. This clash was not just a battle for territory. It was a struggle for dominance, a fight to shape the future of the region. The sun began to set on the Byzantine Empire, its once vast territories shrinking under pressure. The empire, weakened by internal strife and external threats, struggled to maintain its former glory. The fall of Constantinople in 1453 marked the end of an era, a turning point in history. A new power arose in the east, the Ottoman Turks. With the fall of Constantinople, the Ottomans established their dominance, transforming the city into their new capital, Istanbul. This marked the beginning of a new era as the Ottoman Empire expanded its reach across 3 continents. They were ambitious, hungry for conquest, and stood ready to claim their place on the world's stage. The Ottomans brought with them a new cultural and political order, influencing the regions they conquered and leaving a lasting legacy that would shape the course of history for centuries to come. For over 1,000 years, the Byzantine Empire stood as a beacon of civilization. From its foundation in the 4th century, it was a continuation of the Roman Empire in the east, a bastion of culture and a center of political power. Its capital, Constantinople, was a marvel of engineering and architecture, a city that stood at the crossroads of Europe and Asia, blending influences from both continents. It preserved the legacy of Rome, maintaining Roman law, culture, and traditions long after the fall of the Western Roman Empire. The Byzantines saw themselves as Romans, and their empire as the true continuation of Roman greatness. Scholars in Constantinople kept ancient texts alive, copying and studying works that would have otherwise been lost to history. The empire guarded the entrance to Europe, acting as a buffer against invasions from the east. Its strategic position made it a vital player in the politics of both Europe and Asia. The fortified city gates of Constantinople were legendary, withstanding numerous sieges over the centuries. The Byzantines nurtured art, learning, and faith. Their religious art, particularly the iconic mosaics and frescoes, influenced Christian art for centuries. The empire was also a center of learning, with scholars producing works in philosophy, science, and theology. The Orthodox Church, with its rich liturgical traditions, played a central role in Byzantine life. However, by the 14th century, the empire was a shadow of its former glory. The once vast territories had shrunk dramatically, and the empire's influence had waned. The grandeur of the past was fading, and the challenges of the present were mounting. Internal strife, economic woes, and the relentless push of invaders chipped away at Byzantine power. Civil wars and political infighting weakened the state, while economic troubles drained its resources. The empire faced constant threats from all sides, with enemies eager to exploit its vulnerabilities. The Crusades, meant to be a unifying force for Christendom, instead weakened the empire. The Fourth Crusade, in particular, was disastrous for Byzantium. Instead of aiding their fellow Christians, the Crusaders turned on the Byzantines, driven by greed and political ambition. They even sacked Constantinople in 1204, a blow from which the empire never fully recovered. The city was plundered, its treasures looted, and its people subjected to unspeakable horrors. This event marked the beginning of the end for the Byzantine Empire. The once mighty empire teetered on the brink. Its territories were reduced to a fraction of their former size, and its defenses were crumbling. The Byzantine Empire, once a beacon of civilization, was now a relic of a bygone era, struggling to survive in a changing world. While the Byzantines struggled, a new power emerged in Anatolia. The Ottoman Turks, under Osman I and his successors, began a remarkable expansion. They were fierce warriors, united by Islam and a thirst for conquest. The Ottomans were masters of strategy and diplomacy. They incorporated conquered people into their ranks and adopted new technologies like gunpowder. Their military might, coupled with shrewd alliances, allowed them to capture key Byzantine cities, tightening their grip on the region. Section 4. The walls crumble. Constantinople's fall. By 1453, the once impregnable Constantinople, the heart of the Byzantine Empire, stood alone, surrounded by Ottoman forces. Sultan Mehmed II, a brilliant and ambitious ruler, was determined to claim the city. For 53 days, the defenders of Constantinople fought with courage and desperation. But on May 29, 1453, Ottoman cannons finally breached the ancient walls. The city fell, and with it the Byzantine Empire. The news of Constantinople's fall sent shockwaves throughout Europe. Section 5. A new era dawns. The fall of Constantinople marked the end of an era and the beginning of Ottoman dominance in the eastern Mediterranean. This pivotal event in 1453 not only signaled the collapse of the Byzantine Empire, but also set the stage for a new power to rise. The city, once a bastion of Christian Europe, was now under the control of the Ottomans, who were poised to expand their influence far and wide. Mehmed II, now known as the Conqueror, entered the city in triumph. His victory was not just a military conquest, but a symbolic moment that resonated throughout the world. The young Sultan, only 21 years old at the time, had achieved what many before him had failed to do. His entry into Constantinople was marked by a blend of celebration and strategic planning as he sought to solidify his rule and transform the city into a thriving capital. He declared Constantinople the new capital of his empire and ushered in an age of Ottoman grandeur. This declaration was more than a mere administrative change, it was a statement of intent. Mehmed envisioned a city that would rival the greatest capitals of the world, blending the rich heritage of its past with the innovative spirit of the Ottomans. Under his rule, Constantinople began to flourish, becoming a center of culture, commerce, and political power. The Ottomans transformed the city, adorning it with mosques and palaces. These architectural marvels were not just places of worship or residence, they were symbols of the empire's strength and sophistication. The Hagia Sophia, once a grand cathedral, was converted into a mosque, reflecting the city's new identity. New structures like the Topkapi Palace showcased the artistic and architectural prowess of the Ottomans, making Constantinople a jewel of the empire. They established a sprawling empire that would span centuries and influence the course of history. The Ottomans were not just conquerors, they were builders of a vast and diverse empire that stretched from the gates of Vienna to the deserts of Arabia. Their administrative and military innovations set the stage for a period of relative stability and prosperity, allowing for the flourishing of arts, science and trade. The legacy of their empire can still be seen today in the cultural and architectural landmarks that dot the regions they once ruled. Their victory also heralded the rise of Islam as a major force in southeastern Europe. The spread of Islamic culture and religion was facilitated by the Ottomans' policies of tolerance and integration. They allowed for a diverse range of cultures and religions to coexist within their empire, creating a unique blend of traditions and practices. This cultural synthesis enriched the regions under Ottoman control, leaving a lasting impact on the social and religious fabric of southeastern Europe. Section 6. Echoes of History. The fall of the Byzantine Empire and the rise of the Ottoman Empire is a story of resilience and change. It reminds us that even the most enduring empires can crumble and that new powers will rise from their ashes. This historical turning point left an indelible mark on the world, shaping geopolitical boundaries, influencing cultural exchange, and impacting the course of trade and exploration. It serves as a reminder of the constant ebb and flow of power throughout history. Section 7. What shaped an empire? The rise of the Ottomans and the fall of the Byzantines was a complex process influenced by a myriad of factors. From internal strife to military prowess, religious fervor to strategic alliances, many forces were at play. What do you believe was the most significant factor in the rise of the Ottoman Empire? Share your thoughts and let's discuss this pivotal moment in history.